Hi, this is Sherry. I'm coming at you from Canyon Lake, and I'm in my little patio because we've had kind of like stormy weather and it's windy, and I don't think I could get the canoe out on the lake very well and get myself back, so we're going to do it here. And I haven't been feeling really well, so I've kind of like, I don't want to be out where I'm going to catch a chill. I just kind of had a little bit of a flu. Kicked it, though, 24 hours, so that's cool. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be, let's see, I don't even know where I should let you guys take a look around. It's pretty out there. I'm going to talk to you guys about the tiger. The tiger is going to be the totem that we're going to be speaking about today. He's been coming up a lot lately. I've been noticing him. So I'm going to kind of let you look around, I guess, because it's interesting. You know, it's pretty, right? That's a pretty view. So the tiger is telling you, yes, you can do this. You just got to keep trying. You're going to get there. And they're talking about the tiger. He is known for persistence, and he's reminding you that persistence is necessary in order to attain the goals that you have in mind. They're telling you to be patient. You know, use methods that you have used before, that you know, trusted and true methods that you have used that you know are going to work in this situation is too. They're telling you to go for that as well. However, they're telling you that you need to be careful that you're planning and maneuvering to get what you desire. That could be an alternative thing that they're speaking about, and you have to use a little bit of patience. You're going to succeed, but you have to be patient with it. And if the task ahead of you is unpleasant, they're telling you that you have the strength and the willpower to complete it. And they're telling you don't waste any of your time procrastinating. I don't know if this isn't, that's not as pretty, is it? I don't know where to look for you guys. This is not, so I'll just do this. This is prettier. Okay, so they're saying don't waste your time procrastinating with guilt. Guilt is the thing here. They're saying you got to tackle what's in front of you. And then if the tiger totem is your animal, you got to think about the cats, right? I was going to say Liger's probably going to walk out, and I called him Liger because he's a tiger and he's a lion mixed together, so he's got two of the qualities. But if you are a tiger, they're telling you that you are fiercely persistent in attaining your goals. You're very strong-willed. Once you've made up your mind, there's really no changing it. But you do take time to balance all your possibilities before you make your decisions. And they're talking about a tiger person will enjoy quiet and solitude. They're very observant of things that are going on around them. The energy of a tiger when they walk, they walk with, what's the word? They walk with grace and sensuality, and like it reminds me of the panther too, how they've got just kind of like a smooth, I can't think of the word, but that's the energy that comes across. You've got that kind of energy that comes from you. You enjoy quiet solitude. You're very observant of everything. You tend to move with that sensuality and grace that I spoke about. You're very independent, but you need to have a quiet place to retreat when things get stressful. So you're very strong-willed. You're very strong. You know what you want. You're able to get it. But you're one of these people who needs to like self-charge. You're not one of these ones that does well with other people. You need to kind of pull to yourself and have a nice quiet place where you can kind of like allow things to balance out in your life. You can blend in easily. You can like camouflage. You're able to camouflage. You think of the tiger stripes in a jungle. It's kind of like the zebra. Every animal that has all the different the spots on all the other animals, it's all about camouflage and blending in. So you have the ability to blend in social situations, is what they're saying. Let's see, and you're very charming. You draw people to you naturally. And if you are seeing tigers in your dreams, it represents that you have the power and ability to exert yourself in the situations that they're showing you. So this is the tiger coming to you, and he's speaking to you. So if you see the tiger in your dream, it may not be your totem. It may be coming to speak to you. And it talks about you should be taking more of a leadership role in this whole aspect of whatever they're representing. They're coming to show you. A dream of a friendly tiger represents a belief or a situation that will erase all the fears and troubles. But if you're dreaming about being attacked by a tiger, that's going to refer to emotions that you have been repressing because you're not confronting them. So the tiger inside of you is coming out and it's saying, take a look at me. You know, you got to take a look and deal with this. If you're a tiger that's in a cage in a dream, then clearly that's repressed feelings that you've got, right? This is stuff that you haven't been taking care of. So that's tiger totem, and my little liger didn't come out during that. So I'm going to put this right here. You guys could just take a look up. I guess that's not, do it like that so you got the sky to look at. And the deck that we're going to be using today is the Archangel Power Tarot. And I'm going to do them right here. Let's see. How can I do this? I'm just going to take it. Okay, the Empress. It says, time to act upon your plans. Now, it's interesting. When I'm doing it differently today, and just kind of just pull whatever comes up, and that's what we're going to do. I haven't chosen these ahead of time. I've got them kind of sitting here. So this is what we're going to do. The Empress. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources is what you've got. Now let's take a look at her, what's going on here in the forest. I hope you guys have I hope this isn't a glare for you guys. So she's in the forest, and it's the animals that are showing up is a butterfly, which talks about transformation. You can't see this, is very, very small, but there's two birds here. They're lovebirds. There's a deer in the background that walk gently on your path. There's a squirrel, talks about getting ready for big changes. The deer, walk gently on your path because you may be coming out of a situation that's difficult, that you are that you're not quite sure where to put your foot down. But it also talks about don't mistake a gentle person for a weak person. And this is Archangel Gabriel that's coming forward. She's the messenger, and she's talking about creation. She's talking about your artistic abilities, your nurturing instincts. She's saying that you've got the ability to bring things to life. And she's kind of like representing Mother Nature in this forest, right? Because she hears all the animals all around her. So they're talking about your plans are going to flourish and they're going to grow as long as you give them your attention. As long as you give what you have in mind, your love and attention, they're going to be able to move forward. And it's talking about a time that if you focus on what it is that you want, such as relationships, family, pregnancy comes up too. Pregnancy comes up a lot lately, and pregnancy is kind of representing new beginnings, but it could also represent a true pregnancy. And so it's talking about this is what's coming. So they're saying that your endeavors are going to be very successful as long as you're devoting the time that you need to devote to them. Let's look around here. They're also telling you that your interest in things that are beautiful or luxurious or any artful creativity projects, things that you have on your mind, they're talking about they're going to be successful at this time. You're going to be rewarded at this time. Concerns regarding physical or emotional well-being, like maybe you've been having a difficult time, they're going to start fading away when this comes to light. So it's like a reward time for all of your hard work. It also talks about your ability to, as Mother Nature. So you think about Mother Nature nurturing. You have the ability to nurture other people, but they're saying you need to make sure that you're nurturing yourself as well, that you're not allowing yourself to be run down. You know, we do too much work and we get sick. That's what I've been doing. So they're saying make sure that you, Mother Nature, are also taking care of yourself, not just everybody else. It also talks about it's a time to move forward. It talks about like move on, move forward, whatever project you have in mind, or maybe you're going to be moving to a new location, or maybe you've kind of like been hesitating, and like the tiger said, it's time to start moving forward. And they're also saying prosperity. They talk about a gift coming forward, some kind of a gift, because it's Mother Nature, and we were shown in the forest. It talks about plants and gardens and growing, and we're working with the soil and getting closer to Mother Nature. It also talks about determination and getting things done. So that's the first card. And the next message we're going to get, let's see what pops up. This one. Seven of Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel again, the messenger. And the Seven of Gabriel. Okay, 7 means you're on your right path. And here what we're seeing is the message is stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. Now notice she's got lightning all around her. You know, it's stormy, but she's confident. She's riding a winged, a Pegasus. So she's claim your power. Remember where you came from. Remember who you are. It talks about having the courage of your convictions and defending what is yours and knowing, as I said, remember where you came from. We're wearing these human suits, but we are spiritual people. We are from spirit, and we're just kind of like I've been saying to people lately. You're starring in a movie. Watch it like that. But remember where you came from and your abilities that you have. Here comes the winds. The winds of change. Talks about having the courage of your convictions. Pay close attention to what's going on around you. Even, and then they're saying, even if you're in the minority, even if what you're getting from your own higher self or your own, what you've, the conclusions that you've come to or the decisions that you've reached, even if you're in the minority, they're saying stick to it. Listen to what your higher self and your inner being is telling you. Don't be paying attention to what other people are saying. This is the time where you don't, you can take other people's, you can take into account what they have to say, but it needs to, this is going to sit with you. This is you that's going to make this choice. And at this time, it's talking about you're probably going to have to defend and stand with what you believe right down to the very end. You might need to say no to people in order to look out for yourself. And the ones that you care about. So there may be other, like I said, we were talking about nurturing others. And maybe you've been doing a lot of taking care of everybody else, and your own personal family is being neglected, or your own personal self. So at this time, you're going to say to them, I'm sorry, you know, this is the time that I need to put myself and my loved one ahead of you, because this is my life and this is where we got to go. They're saying there's an opportunity to learn a great deal from the situation that you're in. I love the wind. I love the wind going through the palm fronds. That sound, it's so beautiful. And they're saying if there's a challenge, it's with the ones that are around you, there might be an internal conflict that's going on. So everything is a mirror of what's going on in our own lives. So if there's a problem that you're having with other people, take a look and see, where am I reflecting this inside of me? And deal with what's going on inside of yourself. Anything that's going on the outside, we draw to us. And we have to see ourselves in it before we are able to deal with the situation and move past it. Additional meanings of this: claiming your personal power, determination, being an advocate for someone else. So I just saw a totem go by and I'm trying to see if it's going to come. It's a giant bird. I'm not quite sure what it is. All right, I'm going to hold this down. We're going to go for the next card. Interesting doing it this way, you know, because it's like Spirit knows. And my hands are guided because it doesn't matter. It's this one. It's this one. Right on, the moon. Now this is Archangel Ariel. The moon, 18. Okay, so now this is interesting. We see a raccoon. Raccoons are resourceful. They're also little bandits. They're also they wear masks, so there might be some camouflage going on here. And then there's this little white Spitz, this little looks like an Eskimo dog. They call them Spitz. On the other side, loyalty, love, unconditional love, friendship, protection. I'm just reading the card first. And the full moon. So there's something that's going to be going on around the full moon. The moon is very much in touch with your emotions. And they're telling you that it's up. You know, you've got the opportunity in front of you to improve your plans. Again, they're telling you to listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, because that is the moon. That is your intuition. That's what the moon represents, is paying attention to your higher self. Your psychic gifts and your intuitive abilities. They're going to be heightened right now. So you're probably going to have incredible dreams. You know, let's look at what else is going on in here. I love the forest. I keep being pulled to the forest. But your dreams, they're saying you're going to be getting information in your dreams. So pay attention to what's coming. There's going to be times also when we deal with the moon, anytime there's a full moon or anytime we're dealing with the moon emotions, it's very emotional. So you're going to be maybe having ups and downs. You're maybe going to be having doubts. You're maybe going to not certain about certain things. So they're saying be gentle on yourself. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. See, so there's emphasis on that, because that was the crow. Crow says walk your walk, talk your talk. So he's telling me that. Don't be, because my emotions have been going up and down and I'm trying to get things straight. So it's like, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up if maybe you weren't... you didn't have it completely figured out all the way at the beginning. There we go again. The crow is also a bird that's in between realms. It's between spirit and the earth. So it talks about things shape-shifting and things coming. That's why connecting to the higher self and to in the dreams, and things might be difficult. Sorry, I look off when I'm connecting. I gotta remember. Look at you guys. Maybe I'll just go like that, so I don't have to do that. The crow. The crow is comes from the void, so it's pay attention to what you're getting from spirit. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention that things may not be as they seem. Like I said, if it's a time when you're feeling worried or uncertain, even though we are spirit creatures, we still are these human beings. And so you're telling yourself, reassure yourself. You know, when we do have fears, we need to look at our fears. We need to face them. You can't get past them until you look at them. So what am I afraid of? What is the worst thing that could happen? Look at it. And once you look at your fears, they're not they're not as scary as you once thought they were. They talk about, at this time, because of the crow, interesting, as it's talking about coming from the void, that, as I said, things aren't always as they seem, but it might be that you're getting hidden information through your dreams. And it's not that you might be, you absolutely are actually at this time. So they're telling you, pay attention to your dreams, because you are getting information that's going to show you which steps to take. It's also telling you that the things that you get in your dreams, you can trust them. I trust my dreams. My dreams are probably what I trust. I don't want to say I don't trust anything more than my dreams, but it's kind of true. If I get it in my dreams, to me, it's like law. So the trick is making sure that you're interpreting your dreams properly. But you do need to pay attention to them. And at this time, you're going to be getting messages from deceased loved ones. So in your dreams, I've had that. My mom comes to me in my dreams when things are very important. So pay attention. You could be getting messages from your deceased loved ones in other ways. You could have songs that appear that remind you. You could have memories that pop up all of a sudden. I was talking to my girlfriend Sandy this morning, and she had memories popping up from deceased loved ones. She saw items, and it brought information to her. So we could have information coming to us in those ways as well. What else? I think that's it for that one. I'll go for another one. Okay. Let's hold you guys here while we shuffle. Which do we want? That one. New beginnings, Archangel Jeremiel. Okay. So here we're talking about starting a new life. It talks about finding a purpose. A forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So it's a time that you need to review your personal history. Maybe there's changes that you need to make in order for you to, then they're going to take you in a different direction. You see this family, and they've come up over the mountains. I have so much emphasis on mountains lately. When the great wave comes, go to the mountain. The mountain represents to me challenges, but it also represents spirit. It represents a strong force in your life, someone that you can count on. I'm hoping I'm holding this so you can see this. Now you look at Archangel Jeremiel, and he's got his hands, one's going up and one's going down. So it's kind of like, which direction are you going to go? It's kind of like a fork in the road. And as this family has got to this point, so they're all together. You know, we've made it to this point, and they've come together as a unit. However big your family is, 2 people, 4 people, 3 people, whatever it is. You're standing together now on this mountain, and you're going to start a new life. This is a new beginning for you. Now you're going to have to think about the past, and there are things maybe between you or between others, and you're going to have to look at it, forgive it, let it go. Remember the past accurately, not emotionally with rose-colored glasses. You got to actually see it. And this is a time when situations and decisions that you make at this time, they're going to work out for you, so you're not having to worry. You're definitely being guided here, and they're talking because of Archangel Jeremiel. He's up at the top of this mountain, and he's there, so you're being guided. So the decisions that you're being led to, they're going to turn out well for you. They also talk about if there are any legal settlements, they're going to turn out in your favor. So this is wonderful because you need that for a new start, right? It's about letting the past go and moving forward. It talks about what else is coming to me? Hold on. If you have any tests that you need to take, tests for school, or you know what, tests, this is the school of life. So there's any testing that you've been going through, like maybe you feel like you've been tested, maybe you feel like this is just like an ongoing classroom, and you've had these challenges, and they're saying it's going to work out for you. Because you're listening. Now, when I do these readings and people say, well, you said this was going to happen. Well, you have to listen to what the guidance is. And if you're listening to your higher self and you're listening to the guidance that you get from spirit, this is what will happen. If you're not, and if you're not moving forward, and the tiger came forward saying it's time to move forward, it's time to, you've taken your space, you've settled things down, but you need to move forward. What was the other message that said you may have to stand on your own? It may be that it's not a popular decision amongst everybody else, but you're going to listen to your higher self and move forward. So if you do the things that you're required to do, then things are going to work out in your highest good. But you have to follow what your heart is saying, what spirit's telling you, and move forward, even through these challenges that might not impress the ones in your life. even though you feel like you're being tested. So it's a positive. And the number 2 and 0, 2 represents everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to happen with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. And 0, to me, just represents a brand new start. Okay, here comes the wind again. So the next message, I wonder how many we can get before this cuts off. This is working out well. It's weird for me to do it like this, though. It's this one. Ariel. Okay, this is kind of dark. Can you guys see that? Talks about King of Ariel. Okay, so there's a king standing here. So this is you. King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. So you're in a position of authority. Your plans are working out well. It talks about professional and financial success. It talks about you using your resources wisely. You know, you have been using or you're going to be using your resources wisely, and that's how things are going to turn out well for you. If you conduct yourself the way this king does, you can see him. Everything looks pretty good around him. He's successful. He's dressed in his finery. He's not lacking for anything. This is really dark. I realize you can't see this. It's even dark for me. But there's a chest here filled with treasures and gold. So it basically talks about a lot of abundance. It also talks about abundance doesn't always represent finances, but it just means things turning out very, very well. But it does speak about you having the ability to manage your finances and match them in a way that they're going to succeed for you because you've worked really hard. And it also talks about maybe you're somebody who's been working, and now it's time for you to take a little bit of a break and enjoy yourself because you've got the finances that you can sit back and enjoy yourself now. You're a hard worker, so it's time to take a break. This is a time to, something just came down on the deck. This is a time, as we got with the other card that talked about taking care of yourself, maybe it's a time to take a holiday, take a sabbatical. I'm thinking of doing that myself coming up soon. I've been working really, really hard for several years, and I need it. So it talks about nurturing yourself. So you've got the ability to do this now, and you're going to move ahead and do that. And now if it's speaking about a person, it talks about a very successful person. He's risen to the top of his profession. He's somebody, clearly he's a king, so he can direct people, right? He's got the ability to lead others successfully. This person is a nature lover. He's a stable person, a powerful person, a very accomplished person. He sounds like the tiger to me. It all talks about, because you're the king, I'm getting a song right now, giving me messages. I don't usually leave the music on when I'm doing our public reading, but I left it on there today, so I got a little sidetracked. Sorry, just give me a message. So it talks about money in the bank, leadership. This is a time where you're set and you feel good to move forward. So you shouldn't allow yourself to be in fear or hesitate, that as we were getting before, because all of these should kind of roll together as the same person. So either you're in a time of your life where all this is working well for you, or you are this person himself. Okay. The next message. I'm going to do one more, and I think that's it. I'm surprised the cats haven't come out. They're sleeping, which kind of makes me think, goes along with that. You know, it's time to take a break and take care of yourself, nurture yourself. Okay, how about that one? Oh, I love it. Isn't that interesting? Because I was telling you about Liger being, you know, Liger's half tiger and half lion, and I was speaking about the lion. And it talks about, here you see Ariel again. Can you see Ariel? Gosh, I hope this hasn't been tilted the wrong way. You see them in a field, and she's got her arms around the lion. There's a dove above. The dove represents peace and harmony. Harmony is my favorite word. And love, and what is that? The dove's got a branch. Okay, remember when the ark, after the flood, the dove came back carrying a branch, and that represented that it was safe to go onto land again. So I keep getting back to that message. When the great wave comes, go to the mountain. When the water receded, is when the dove came forward with the branch. So it talks about things moving, about to move forward in a safe place. Now the lion represents strength. But the fact that the dove is there represents the fact that your strength comes through kindness, as this says, self-confidence. It comes through understanding that you give to others. That's your gift, is the fact that you're able to forgive and understand and be unconditionally loving. It also talks about, because of the dove, it talks about being gentle with yourself, as we already have been told. Maybe you have a tendency to be impatient with yourself. Expect more for yourself, or from yourself, than maybe you really need to. So it talks about balancing things with, balancing yourself with what you expect of yourself, and what's realistic. But at the same time, they talk about the lion. The lion is very strong, so it talks about you have this gentle side to you. So it could represent, it makes me think of the king as well, and the tiger. You've got this strength, this gentle strength, but you also have a very loving side. So we have a lot of duality talking about today, talking about balancing between these qualities that you have. So they're saying that is your strength, that you have this gentle, loving heart, or this that is it's a quiet strength. Remember, we saw the deer in the first card, and the message was, don't mistake a gentle person for a weak person, because that's very, very strong to have somebody who has the ability to show their emotions and feel their emotions. When people cry, men always are afraid to be seen with emotion, because they feel that it's weak, and it's not. It's actually a very strong sign of strength, that you are a sensitive, emotional person. It helps you deal with other people. It means that you're a compassionate, loving person. So as this message is talking about using the balance between your courage and your ferocity of moving forward, with the tiger and the lion, but also because of the dove above you, that you're going to have the balance of your loving, gentle, sweet side. And also, it might be speaking about, in this situation that you're in, whatever situation that you're in, it might require a soft and gentle approach.